average weight of a handbag is 6.5 pounds. You know what else is 6.5 pounds? 20 8/10 of a potato. Assuming that one potato is 5 ounces, which is the average for a medium-sized potato. So imagine carrying 20 8/10 of a potato on just one side of your bag for hours on end. Sure, you can switch arms, but let's be honest, how sure are we that we're getting the right amount of time for each arm? Even those that don't carry classic handbag, maybe a messenger bag. So I did an experiment to see how heavy my current handbag weighs, which happens to be full-grain leather. This is important to note because this type of leather, although it can last a lifetime to the point that it can even outlive a cockroach, weighs a lot. The bag alone weighs 6.5 potatoes. 6.5 potatoes. I'm not even carrying anything I need yet, and already I've got the weight of 6.5 potatoes on my shoulder. Now what about my stuff? Umbrella, 2.5 potatoes. Wallet, a half potato. Vanity kit, 1 9/10 of a potato. Phone with its case, also 1 9/10 of a potato. My sunglasses plus its case is 1/4 of a potato. Business cards and stickers is 1/2 of a potato. My reusable shopping bag, which is very important to have since New York has banned plastic bags, is 1/4 of a potato. My to-go container and utensils is 2.5 potatoes. If I bring my Subway entertainment, that's also 2.5 potatoes. My Kindle's not any better. With its case is also 2.5 potatoes. And what if I bring a water bottle? A water bottle full of water is a whopping 6.5 potatoes. That's the same as my bag. It's like carrying 2 bags. So everyone, on a daily basis, I got the weight of 28 1/3 of a potato on my shoulder. Imagine carrying 28 1/3 of a potato on just one side of your body. What about this person? This has got to be 48 potatoes, at least. And this person, that will be 9 potatoes and another, I'd say 25 potatoes. And this, at least 64 potatoes. Let's not let potatoes drag us down while we're traversing New York City. We should learn from the mountaineers. There's a reason why they wear backpacks. So in this video, we are going to talk about why backpacks are so great and the 4 types of backpacks that I recommend and own myself. Hi, and welcome to Urban Caffeine. My name is Thea, and you're watching a channel that talks about urban culture, transit, and history. If you like New Yorking videos like this, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And let's take it a step further by hitting that like button. After moving to New York, you quickly learn that there are many times that you are going to have to carry a lot of things on your person. And this is a consequence of not owning a car. Whether you're a musician, gym goer, sports enthusiast, or you just want to go on a picnic, you have to carry all that stuff with you. Everybody knows this. Even the person packing your groceries knows this. In fact, if you tell the person who's packing your groceries that you're taking public transit like bus or subway or walking, they'll even out the weight of your bag so that one bag is not heavier than the other. Because there's one thing that you don't want to be in New York City: being lopsided. The longevity of being able to keep on New Yorking is dependent on mobility. And the key to mobility is good form. And good form isn't just for comfort. In the long run, good form prevents carpal tunnel, knee injuries, back injuries, neck injuries. Even if you're just sitting on the couch, if you don't have good form, you could potentially hurt your lower back. And lack of mobility in New York City is something you do not want to deal with. There was this one time I met a woman at the gym. She was telling me how one nice summer afternoon she decided to wear open-toed sandals on the subway. And this one day that she decided to wear open-toed sandals in the subway, a rat ran over her foot. Now we all have our own rat stories. Every New Yorker has encountered a rat at one point or other. You're either a New Yorker who has seen a rat or has not seen a rat yet. But this story tops it all off. So after the rat ran over her foot, she was so surprised that she jumped, landed on her foot the wrong way, and sprained her ankle. Actually, not sprained her ankle, she dislocated her ankle. And what came about all of this? she had to wear a boot for 6 months. So the order of concern that went through my head was this: OMG, a rat just ran over her bare foot. How in the world do you get around New York City in a boot? How big was this rat? How do you get around in a boot in the rain? And lastly, that must have hurt. Reflecting on this, you can see that mobility ranks high in the mind of someone living in New York City. So what's gleaned from this is that mobility is important when living in New York City, and we should do what we can to prevent injury and keep our mobility. Over the years of living in a large city, I found that backpacks are the way to go. Don't get me wrong, I still use a shoulder bag, and the times that I use a shoulder bag are usually during my day-to-day where I don't really have to walk very far and I need easy access to get things. Easy access to get my keys and Metro card, my subway entertainment, my cell phone. Plus, when you're packed in a crammed subway car, it's not a good idea to keep your backpack on because you're going to be hitting a lot of people and you're going to be taking up a lot of space. In fact, people are going to ask you to take off your backpack to make room for other passengers or to just not be hitting passengers with your backpack. But half the time that I'm out and about, a backpack is the way to go for me. These are the times where I need to carry my stuff with me, but I don't really need easy access to them because I'm not accessing my things again and again. For example, if I'm going for a long walk, attending a concert, event, or a market. I've seen people with roller bags, carts, and wagons, and even I have a wagon when I go grocery shopping or picnicking. Wagons are great if you're going down a few blocks and you don't need to use public transportation. But the reality is New York is not an accessible city, and this is something that we'll just have to let sink in and accept. Every corner of this urban jungle, you're gonna see stairs, some moving stairs, and look, even more stairs. So while the concept of having a roller cart or wagon is a good idea, imagine yourself going up these stairs. There is the option of using a Lyft or Uber or the yellow taxi when you have a lot of things to carry. And while this is good from time to time, using semi-private transportation can get costly if you do it on a regular basis. It's hard to justify paying $30 when the subway is only $2.75. What's the point of eating kale and enduring cross-fitness at the gym if I can't use my health points to save on transportation? Over time, I've experimented with several backpacks and I found that there are 4 types of backpacks that work for me. Starting with Exhibit 1, which is the smallest backpack I have. I like to use this backpack when I'm playing tourist. And that's when I need to carry extra things beyond my basic items, and I have to cover long distances without needing to access my things right away. For example, like a concert or fair where you want your water bottle and sunscreen with you, but you're not accessing it every 5 minutes. This backpack weighs about a potato and a quarter. Because it's so light, I can easily take this with me for traveling and then wash it when it gets dirty. And because this is JanSport, it will also outlive cockroaches. Exhibit 2 is my medium-sized bag. I absolutely love this bag. This bag is about 2.5 potatoes. Like the first bag, it's light because there's no padding and it can be rolled up or converted to this. Three reasons why I love this bag so much is that 1, it's light but heavy duty. 2, I can wash it like my small JanSport one. And 3, it can fit so many things. It's magical. All this makes this bag ideal for everyday use. The best example I could think of is bringing extra clothes to the gym. Clothes and shoes to the gym are not that bulky, so padding isn't really necessary, and so I can avoid the weight of extra padding. But because there is no padding, the key thing to know is how to pack your bag so it's not lopsided and sits well on your back. If you're interested in a video on how to pack things, whether it's your luggage, your backpack, or handbag, comment down below, because you can't just stuff everything in there. The laws of physics take into play. There will be days in New York City where you need to carry heavier and bulkier things, and the extra weight of the padding in a heavy-duty backpack is worth it. This is the 3rd type of backpack that I have, which is my heavy-duty backpack. I use this bag as a weekender where I have to carry 2 to 3 days of clothes with me, or maybe if I need to bring both my laptop and my gym clothes, or if I want to do groceries and keep the groceries on my back. I don't think there is a heavy-duty backpack that one size fits all. If there is, comment down below. You'll have to do the research to finding the heavy-duty backpack that works for you because everybody has a different body type. The important thing to look out for is how it sits on your back and how it distributes weight. There are bags that have that chest strap on it, and that helps with distributing weight. For me, it doesn't work out that much. I actually cut off the chest straps on my backpack. Figuring out a heavy-duty backpack that works for you is a vast topic to talk about, and there are plenty of articles online and videos on how to pick a backpack that works for you. But my point is, even though you don't use a heavy-duty backpack every single day, or maybe not that often at all, it wouldn't hurt to have one. The fourth category of bags that I own, and I actually have 3 of them, is the hobby-specific backpack. Maybe you're a musician or a rugby player. In my case, I like to play tennis and go to archery and play the ukulele. So I have something specific for carrying my equipment on my back. Sports bags can still come in non-backpack form, but it's hard to use when you're using public transportation. And what's the one thing we talked about that you don't want to be in New York City? Being lopsided. Is there a backpack that you want to suggest or recommend to others? Comment down below. And if you like this New Yorking video, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell. I emphasize on the notification bell because YouTube doesn't always tell my subscribers if I've published a new video. But if you hit that notification bell, you are for sure notified if there is a new video. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. And until next time, happy New Yorking!